Welcome to Monaco and welcome to the McLaren Honda Motorhome. We are live on Formula One's Facebook page and I'm live with Jenson Button.
Yes,
Good afternoon.
You are indeed. How are you doing?
I'm very well, and more importantly, how are you? It's good to see you back.
Thank you. I'm really good, thank you. Yeah, it's there's lots of thank yous there.
Many
but
thank yous.
I'm very thankful.
Good.
So yeah, I'm back in Monaco, back in a Formula One car, and I had a lot of fun today. It was good
stuff. Well, we're going to have lots of questions. Thank you very much for sending in your questions for Jenson. Let's get started, though, because Manon Donkersloot would like to know that you've driven around the track now again.
Yes.
Is there a part of you that has been missing it and regrets retiring? That's probably what everyone wants to know.
No, I haven't missed Formula One at all before today. You know, I've got my
the handkerchiefs out. A little bit offended.
I've got my new life, and you know, I've lived the same life for 17, 18 years. This has been my life, so it's nice to do things that I want to do that I haven't been able to do for so many years. So I'm in a great place in my life, but also coming here today and driving an F1 car is a real privilege. I feel very lucky to have the chance to drive an F1 car again, and it be Monaco. So I went out on my first lap, installation lap, went down past the casino square and had a little chuckle to myself that I was driving a Formula One car again, and it felt so normal. It felt so natural to me getting in it. So
because a lot of people said, "Oh my gosh, he's going to be out of practice," and Monaco's such a tricky one. Did you take any of that in, or on board, or you just ignore
no?
that?
I know it is very tricky. You know, when you jump into a Formula One car, and they're very different. You know, they're a lot wider. There's a lot more downforce, a lot more grip, but also the tyres work in a very different way. So FP1, the first practice session, was tricky, but I got to grips with it, and it didn't feel that much quicker than last year's cars. FP2 was a lot more difficult because it was so much faster, and you're braking so much later, and you can carry so much more speed in high speed. And it just felt weird because I haven't been in a car that has that much grip for sort of 7, 8 years. So it's just, it's just getting that confidence back. High speed, I'm there. I feel really good in the high speed corners, but it's the braking that's tricky. Turn 1 especially. You know, where I'm braking at the moment, I feel I'm going to be in the wall, and then I go, oh, actually, I've got round the corner, and it's like, I don't get it. It's it doesn't seem physically possible. So these cars are a lot faster, and the braking power is a lot better in the initial turn, and there's a lot less under rotation of the front tires, so you don't get the understeer, so it doesn't push you into the wall. So lots of room for improvement still, but I'm enjoying it.
Well, the weekend is young. So, Manon, thank you very much for your question. You mentioned FP2, and Brendan Lyons has been in touch. He wants to know about your
surname.
Great, yeah. Spelled slightly differently, but anyway. The exchange with Hamilton and FP2. Would you care to comment, sir?
I don't really know what happened there.
Yeah, what did happen there?
I don't know. I don't know if he was. I don't know. I mean, you can't see a lot out the back of these cars, but I don't think he was trying to stop me from overtaking, but he also wasn't trying to let me past. So I don't really know what happened, but I'm going to put it down as the move of the weekend, because I don't think there are going to be many other moves this weekend. Yes.
Well, we'll wait and see. The dance floor moves, perhaps. Yeah. Who knows? So good. Thank you for clearing that up, Brendan. Hope we've given you an answer there. So obviously, the reason you are here is because Fernando is stateside. I saw your little video for him, wishing him lots of luck. Have you been keeping an eye on what he's been up to?
I have, yes. I watched his first day of practice, which for me was the most hilarious part of it, was not seeing how he reacted to driving an Indy car at 220 miles an hour. It was more his reaction to the media being there for every second of it, because, you know, Formula One's very different. You know, our time with you guys is limited, and you know, you're not there when we get out of the car, whereas with Indy, you get out of the car, it's right here. You've got a microphone. They hear everything you say.
You should try that now.
And they just surround you. And I laughed a lot watching that, because I could see in his face that he's like, this feels really uncomfortable. You know, but the driving itself, I think he's found his feet. He's done all right so far. You know, P5, awesome in qualifying. And he also had a little hiccup with the boost at the last corner, so he would have been even quicker. So great to see, and obviously the more important thing is the race, which is next weekend, which I'll try to keep an eye on, and we should have finished our race by the time they start.
Nice calendar scheduling there. So on that note, Marcin Wazaluk has been in touch and has asked, would you like to start at the 24 Hours of Le Mans? So a different category, different championship. Are there other ones that tickle your fancy?
I definitely would like to. It has to be the right situation. You know, at Le Mans, it's very difficult with the right teams and which category it's going to be in, and is LMP1 going to be there in the future? I don't know. You know, it's a real mix. I love the LMP2 category. A lot more power now than they used to have, and there's a lot of teams, which is great. Privateers, which makes it fun. So who knows in the future? I also love other categories like rallycross, so that's something I'd like to do in the future. Maybe NASCAR if I get the opportunity as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. Lots of comments coming in. We've got hundreds of comments. We'll do our best to get through them. People are asking about NASCAR.
I need to shorten my answers.
Yeah, we like hearing about you and what you've been up to. And actually, you know, that brings me on. What have you been up to while you've been away? Have you been watching us?
Are these their questions or
yes,
are these
they're coming
yours?
in. No,
okay. Because it's unfair.
I've got many questions,
exactly.
and we'd be here all night. But I know you're a busy man of the moment.
Okay.
So we have got some questions. Here we go. I'll just load them up. We've got Benny Smith saying, "Hi Jenson. If you were asked to race one more race besides this one, of course, which track would you not be able to resist?"
I think that's quite an obvious one. Well, obviously not because you've asked the question, but to me, it's quite an obvious one. It would be the British Grand Prix. It would be Silverstone, a circuit I love, and to drive these cars around Silverstone would be pretty awesome.
Will we see you there this year?
I will be there, but I won't be driving the car. I will be working as an ambassador with the team.
Very nice, very nice. Well, thank you very much, Benny, for your question. We also want to know about your triathlon and things, sort of the fitness side of your life. Hayden Woods has asked a question. Are you planning on competing in any marathons this year? Because you've done your Ironman things. That's going pretty well, apart from the speeding. Jenson.
Yeah, no, I got the last race, so I won my category and finished 4th out of 3,400 amateurs, so I am an amateur, of course. But I'm really enjoying it. It's really hard, the training. But I've got a trainer called Tim Don, who's a professional triathlete. So he's sorted me out and put me through my paces. So the World Championship is on the cards on the 9th of September. But I might do a marathon as well. I'd like to do New York this year, marathon, and to try and beat my time.
Is there anything else that you want to try your hand at? Because, you know, people like Damon Hill went off and did other things, and music or...
Definitely not music.
No?
I'll leave that one to Lewis.
No singing?
I love karaoke because you're supposed to be rubbish, and I am rubbish.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Full marks all round for that
exactly. One. So, but I don't think that's a career move.
So nothing we can't expect. No, I don't think a professional karaoke singer's got much going for them at all, no. So then a lot of people asking, is this a one-race wonder, or will you be coming back in 2018? So Nicholas Ung asking, will you be back in 2018?
I mean, I've said that I don't think I will be, but you never know. I do have a contract to race in 2018. I think I'm the only McLaren driver that does have a contract to actually race next year, which is quite exciting. I don't know that. That's just a feeling I have. Obviously, it's not a fact. But I don't know. We'll see. For me, the most important thing is this weekend, just to have fun. You know, after this weekend, Monday morning, everybody would have forgotten what happened this weekend. So I'm just gonna.
Well, we might
enjoy.
not.
No, people will move on, and I will as well, because I'm really looking forward to this weekend, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It has been so far. I'm just going to keep that rolling on, and then Sunday night, I'm going to go home and carry on with my training for triathlons and marathons.
And marathons, exactly. Have you got support here? Is your girlfriend here? Any dogs? Have they made it?
No dogs here. No, they're back at home, which is sad.
Oh, that's very sad.
My Pomskis are at home.
Yes, remind us of their names.
They're at Doggy Holiday, which is like the best thing ever.
Holiday.
They basically have a house. They can just run around and with other dogs, and they're just wild animals.
Have you introduced them to Roscoe and Coco? Because there could be like a paddock love affair, pedigree paddock love.
They're quite different types of dogs, and ours are still puppies, so they're absolutely mental right now. So they're just non-stop. They're Pomskis, which is half Husky, half Pomeranian. Yeah, I know.
Do you take them out training? Will they go out training with you? They run?
Not yet, because
they will.
They're just too crazy, and they won't go straight. Everywhere else apart from where you want to go.
Moving under braking.
Exactly. So, no, they're great, and their names are Storm and Rogue is the little one, and they're both very different personalities, which is quite cool. The big one, Storm, she loves other dogs. Not so sure about people, human beings. Oof. Whereas the other one loves people and not so sure about dogs, and is also mental. We just walk into walls and stuff. Whereas Storm is very intelligent.
She let that checked out.
Yeah, no, she let them. They sleep in their cages at night.
Yeah.
And she let them both out of their cages the other night. I mean, how cool is that?
It's like a Houdini.
Oh, she's amazing.
Oh my goodness, you've got Houdini Husky Doggy Pomskis.
Yes, one anyway.
One, yes, absolutely. Let's see what other people are wanting to know about you. Let me have a little look. Well, let's talk about the car. Obviously, lots of improvements going on throughout the year with McLaren. Thibaut van Veen, how's the McLaren chassis compared to last year, and do you think it's competitive with the top teams? I mean, we did see a fantastic result for Alonso last weekend. 2 weekends ago.
I think compared to the top 3 teams, it's still not quite there yet. But the great thing is there's been a good package on the car for Barcelona, and then there's another step here for Monaco. So it's moving in the right direction, which is good. But it's going to take a while to really fight those 3, and that's the chassis side of things. And then obviously with the power unit, there's still a lot of work needed. The reliability is getting better, and with that, the power is increasing also, but that's going to take a little bit of time as well. So, I can't put a time on it when it will be competitive and fighting at the front, but the important thing is that we see big improvements, especially with the aero of the car at the moment. So, the team are doing a great job.
Got a very, very important comment just coming in now from Keith Saunders. Jenson, his wife wants to know if you'll marry her. She's prepared to divorce him if required.
She's married already.
This is the sort of thing that's going to happen to you from now on.
Okay.
I hope you're prepared. I could be bodyguard if you need.
Okay. Well, I have a girlfriend, so she might get a little bit upset as well.
Get fierce.
Yeah.
I tell you.
But, keep hold of that one, though.
Yeah, so it's Keith
She's
Saunders.
a keeper.
That's who you do. Wandering around. Okay, let's have another look. People asking if you've got plans to go to other tracks. So people wanting to know if you might be in Suzuka. Taku Hayashida is asking if you might be making trips to more of the flyaways later on in the season.
As far as I know, I will be in Suzuka, which is great because I love Suzuka. It'd be interesting going there as a fan and as a team member rather than just as a driver. So I can see it, the craziness of Suzuka, because it's a crazy race with, the fans are amazing there. So they get so excited, which is great. And I love that you get so many presents.
So many presents.
If I go, maybe I'll still get presents. Maybe they'll remember me. We'll see. Other races, I don't know yet. We haven't planned it. But
well, it could be a fun year ahead. Harry Adams has asked you, JB, colloquial, nice. Friendly terms, all right. Have you been on the pizza, beer and ice cream on your year off? And I'm not sure what that really means, because I think you're looking in great shape, Jenson.
I have done all of them, but in moderation. I eat a lot more food than I used to. I used to just eat like fish and salad and vegetables because I had to keep my weight down.
Yeah,
whereas now I eat a lot more because I have to because of training. So I'm doing a lot of training, eat more. It's great. It is amazing.
That's what you need to
take but I only eat big if I'm training hard. So I'm treating myself, if you like. But I'm about 2.5 kilos heavier than last year.
Better watch out, it's a slippery slope.
It's all in the legs and bum. I've got some glutes now, so first time ever.
And at that note, I think we're nearly at the watershed. We're going to have to wrap up. Jenson, thank you so much for joining us. Keep an eye on the F1 Facebook page for more behind the scenes here at the Monaco Grand Prix. Jenson, have a fantastic weekend.
Bye. See ya.